Love series, day 12. I'm going to start by sitting up on a block. You can use a towel rolled up or a blanket rolled up or a pillow folded in half maybe, or nothing. Just sit down on your booty. Wherever you are or whatever you're sitting on, let's sit up nice and tall, nice long straight spine, shoulders down away from your ears. Hands can be in your lap. Let's just close our eyes for a moment, taking a few slow deep breaths. Take an inhale. Completely exhale. One more time, deep breath in. Completely exhale. Deep breath in. Completely exhale. Letting go of the day so far. Trying to become present on your mat. Let's slowly begin to open our eyes. Breathe in, arms overhead. Looking up at your hands. Exhale. Hands come down. We're going to breathe in, arms come up. Look up at those hands. And exhale, arms come down. One more time, breathe in. Look up towards those hands. Exhale, arms come down. Walk those fingertips out to the right. Let's stretch it over to the right side. Keeping both sit bones on the mat. Opening that chest. Take a deep breath. Coming back up through center. Walk those fingers out to the left. Right arm reaches over. Chest is open. Take a deep breath. Coming back up through center. Let's see if you can walk it forward while keeping both sits bones on the mat. And stretch forward. Take a deep breath. And slowly begin to walk yourself back up. Do a couple shoulder rolls. And reverse. Look over to the right. Gently. Come through center. Look over to the left. Without straining your neck. Come back through center. Looking up. Come back through center. Looking down. Keeping your chin on your chest. Turn your chin to the right. Come back through center. Turn your chin to the left. Come back through center. Lifting that head up, bringing your right ear to your right shoulder without scrunching the shoulder. Keep that shoulder down. And we're not trying to strain our neck. Just let it happen organically. If you want to place that right hand on your head very gently, take a breath. Come back up through center, left ear to left shoulder. You can place that left hand gently on your head. Do not pull. Take a breath. And release. Wrists. Pull those forefingers back underneath that forearm. Stretching out that wrist. Taking a breath. Bending those fingers the opposite way. Take a breath. Forefingers on the other hand. Pull them underneath that forearm. Take a breath. And pulling them back. Take a breath. Go ahead and turn your light bulbs. And circles with the wrists. Now the other way. Open those hands real wide. Make some fists. Open them wide. Make your fists. One more time, really wide, and close them in. All right. Now that we've warmed up the body a little, meet me in your tabletop. We're going to do a couple cat-cows just to warm up the back and the spine. Neutral spine, tighten your core. We're going to breathe in, arch your back, lift your chin slightly, roll those shoulders open. Don't forget to take your inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to round through chin to chest. One more time. Chin lifts, roll those shoulders open, chest opens, and exhale, round it through. I'm going to slowly begin to bend the lower part of my left leg to the outside of that mat. And I'm going to start to turn my body coming into a gate pose. You can even lift that leg, the right leg, off of the ground. Breathing. You can lower that foot to the ground. And both hands come back to the mat, come back to your tabletop. The right leg, the lower part of your right leg begins to come to the outside of the mat. And we're going to open up to gate pose on the other side. This time, left arm comes over that left ear. You can even lift that left leg. Take a breath and lower that foot down. Hands come back to the mat, come back to your tabletop. We're going to do it one more time on each side. Just let it happen nice and organically. Let it naturally flow. Don't think too much into it. And coming back. Go ahead and just curl those toes under. Coming right to your first downward dog. Walking it out, breathing. Feeling how tight those legs are. Really stretching those heels towards the mat. Tuck that tailbone up towards the sky. We're going to lift the right leg, three-legged dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, knee comes to chest. Step it up. Lowering down on that back leg. Keeping the toes curled under. We're going to lift up and slowly begin to sink in the front hip, bringing belly to thigh, coming into airplane arms. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift that back knee while staying forward and lower it down. Exhale. Deep breath in, lift. Lower it down. Exhale. One more time. Breathing in, exhale, lower. Frame that front foot, pop up on the back foot, slide that foot back to your first plank. Checking our stance, hands under shoulders. Booty's not in the air and it's not sagging. Tuck that pelvis under slightly, pushing back through the heels. First chaturanga. You can drop your knees down to modify. Deep breath in, come forward. Exhale, elbows in at your side. Flip those feet. Rise up, straightening those arms. Open up that chest. Rolling those shoulders open. You can look slightly up towards the sky if you'd like. Breathing in, bend those knees. Curl those toes. Exhale right to your downward dog. Breathing, walking it out. Nice, steady, deep breaths. We're going to tuck that tailbone towards the sky, straighten that spine. Sink those heels down. Left leg comes high, three-legged dog. Deep breath in. Lift up on the ball of that opposite foot, giving yourself some height. And exhaling, stepping it up. Lower down. I have a hair on my toe. Sorry. Lower down on that knee. Keeping those toes curled. We're going to squeeze those inner thighs, slowly lift. Hands come down by your side. We're going to sink into that front hip. Belly comes to your thigh. Deep breath in, lift up. Exhale, knee comes down. 2 more times, breathing as you do it. Lower down on that back leg. Frame that front foot. Lift up and slide it back. Coming into a plank. Chaturanga. Drop your knees down if you need to modify. Breathe in, coming forward. Exhale, elbows in at your side. Flip those feet. Straighten out those arms. Open that chest. Deep breath in. Bending those knees, curling those toes. Exhale to your downward dog. Breathing, walking it out. Tucking that tailbone up towards the sky, straightening that spine, sink those heels down. Right leg comes high, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Breathe in, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Three-legged dog. This time coming through the center, exhaling, stepping it up. Keeping that back leg lifted. Squeezing those inner thighs, pushing back with the back heel. Slowly rise. Hands down by your side. Deep breath in. Coming forward, airplane arms. Take a breath. See if you can bend that back knee and slowly push off, coming into warrior 3. You can also bring your arms back to airplane arms. Deep breath in, exhale, bending on that front leg, slowly tips you back to your warrior 2. You might need to heel toe that back leg out a little bit to widen your stance. Arms come out. Take a deep breath. Flip that front palm. Inhale, reach it front. Exhale, tip it back. And come back to warrior 2. We're going to slowly, you might need to heel toe it in a little bit because we're going to come right back into our high lunge. Take a breath. Pushing off with that back leg. Coming in to your warrior 3. Maybe you open up into half moon here. You can also place that bottom hand on your shin. Fingertips come to the ground. Standing split. Slowly bringing those feet together at the front of your mat. Forward fold. Activate those glutes, tighten that core. Lift that tailbone up to the sky. A little more weight in the balls of your feet than your heels. Letting the top half of you hang heavy. Breathing. Let's slowly begin to rise, one vertebra at a time. Inhaling, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Breathing in, arms overhead. Exhale, dive it down. can come to your shins or your thighs, elbows in at your side, long spine. Deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come to the mat, come right back to a plank, and then downward dog. Walk it out, take a few breaths. Really starting to pick up the intensity now. I think you guys are ready. And if you know what, if you fall, it's okay, you just start over. Or meet us wherever we are. Everybody falls, it's part of the process. Let's go ahead and lift the left leg, three-legged dog. Inhale. We're gonna exhale, left knee to left elbow. Three-legged dog, inhale. Exhale, left knee, twist it over to the right. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, lifting up, giving yourself some height. Step it through those hands, keeping that back leg lifted, squeezing the inner thighs. Slowly rise, pushing back with that back heel. Hands down by your side. Belly to thigh. Airplane arms. Deep breath in, bend that back knee and push off. You might need to use your toe to lift you up to your warrior 3. Bending that front leg, slowly coming back to your warrior 2. You might need to heel toe it open a little wider. Take a breath. Flip that front palm, breathe in. Exhale, peaceful warrior. Take a breath. Keeping that front leg bent. Coming back to warrior 2. You might need to heel toe it back in for a shorter stance to come into your high lunge. Turning on that back foot, pushing back with that heel. Hands come to heart. We're going to push off with that back foot again. Warrior 3. Maybe you open up to half moon. If you fall, start again. You can also place your hand on your shin in half moon. Turning our upper bodies, fingers to the ground, standing split. Step it right up to your forward fold. Feet are hip distance apart. Breathing. Slowly begin to rise one vertebrae at a time. Deep breath in. Exhale. Arms overhead. Hands to heart. Bringing the feet close together. We're going to bring our arms behind, slowly begin to sit back, and lift those arms up, coming into your chair pose. Chest is open. Sit back a little deeper. You should have more weight on your heels. Hands come to your heart, twisting those elbows over to the right, keeping both knees in line. Lifting that belly off of the thighs by tightening the core. Take a deep breath. Coming back through center. Deep breath in. Exhale over to the left. Take a deep breath. Coming back through center. Forward fold. Slowly begin to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Inhale and exhale, hands to heart. Making sure that left foot is nice and evenly on the mat, all 4 corners evenly spread. We're going to slowly begin to bring that right knee up and cross it over the left leg. Hands are at your heart center. Slowly begin to sit back in chair pose, breathing. To take it a step further, maybe you twist, bringing the elbow to the inside of that foot, and breathe. Coming back through center, slowly rise and unravel. Shake those legs out, breathing in, arms overhead, exhale, hands to heart center, making sure that right foot is spread evenly on the mat, lifting the left knee, crossing it over, breathing, making sure we're sitting back, nice and slow. You can stay here. You can also hold on to a wall. If you want to take it a step further, twisting the body, bringing the elbow to the inside of that foot, finding your focus, and breathe. Slowly turning your body back to the front and rising up. Shake those legs out. Deep breath in, arms overhead. Exhale, dive it down. Halfway lift. Flat back. Deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to the mat. Coming into your plank. Listen carefully. We're going to take it to a side plank. I'm going to turn to the outside of my left foot and inside of my right foot, which comes right in front. And then I'm going to lift my right arm to the sky. Make sure those hips are lifted. Take a deep breath. Turning the upper body, coming back to a high plank. Taking it to the other side. Outside of the right foot, inside of the left, which is in front. Lifting my left arm to the sky. Lifting my hips. Breathing. Slowly turning that upper body, coming back to a plank. And coming back to your downward dog. Walking it out. Breathing. On your next breath in, right leg comes high. Three-legged dog. Exhale, bringing it forward. We're going to draw a square, outlining the arms 3 times. And then we're going to lay that bent knee right in front, coming into our pigeon pose. Believe it or not, this is a great pose to help you in back bends, wheel pose. It's going to open up your hips, also for middle splits and regular splits. So we're going to slowly begin to come down to either our forearms, keeping the elbows in line with the shoulders, or if you're able to come all the way down, bring forehead to mat, and just breathe for a moment. Slowly begin to rise, walking those hands back up, lifting the back leg. You can grab the heel or the ankle or the top of that foot and stretch it in towards the glute, keeping elbow lifted towards the sky, keeping your chest open, and breathe. Gently releasing that back leg. I'm going to curl my toes under. Hands come in front. I'm going to lift that back leg. And you can come either right to downward dog or lift it up to three-legged dog. Coming back to downward dog, walking it out. Take a deep breath. We're going to exhale, draw those squares. And lower that bent knee down. Back leg comes right out behind us. Again, you can come down to the forearms, elbows in line with the shoulders, or come all the way down to your forehead. Make sure hips are square to the front. And breathe. Slowly begin to walk those hands back up, lifting up on that back leg, grabbing the heel or the top of that foot, bringing it in towards that glute, keeping that elbow up towards the sky, chest is open, and breathe. Slowly lower that back leg. Hands come to the front. We're going to curl the back toes under, lift that leg, come right to downward dog or right to three-legged dog. And come back to your downward dog. Walk it out. We're going to roll our back, come right into your plank, chaturanga. Deep breath in, come forward or drop your knees down. Exhale. Straighten those arms, open those shoulders. Slightly lifting chin to the sky. Deep breath in. We're going to turn to the right, bringing the ball of that right foot behind. Lift those hips up, exhaling. Take one more deep breath. Turning that upper body, coming back to a plank. One more chaturanga. Drop your knees down if you need. Breathing in, exhale. Open it up. Deep breath in. Turning, bringing that left foot behind, lifting those hips. Exhaling. One more deep breath. Turning our upper body, coming right back to a plank. Knees come down, wide-legged, child's pose. Toes are touching. Glutes meet the heels. Chest towards the mat. Forehead to the mat. Take a breath. One more breath. Last breath. Slowly rounding through, coming into a tabletop. Turn and kick those legs around. And let's do some core work. Let's bring our forearms to the mat. I like to bring my hands gently just right under my glutes to keep them in line. And then I roll my shoulders open so my chest is open. Bringing my knees up. My right leg comes out. I'm going to round it up. Round it up. Never letting my leg touch the ground. Keeping my upper body as still as I can. And now we reverse. Taking it to the other side. Let me scoot back so I don't hit my table. Both knees come up. Left leg comes up. Bring it down. breathing as we do so. And now we reverse. So it comes up and out. Up and out. Up and out. Up and out. Both knees come up. Deep breath in. Exhale. Both legs come out. Suspend those legs. Bring the knees in without coming over the hips. Suspend the legs out. You can see how high up they are. They're not very low. I don't want to bring them too low because it starts to strain my spine. So they're about just as high as if I were doing like a boat pose and straightening my legs. And then I'm not bringing my knees to my chest. I'm letting them still stay over my hips. So it's just basically straightening your legs and bending. Straightening, bending. Straightening, bending. And breathe. Go ahead and lay back. Feet come up towards the sky. Tuck those hands under your glutes just a tad. And I want you to draw your name with your legs. So my name is Katie, so I'm going to draw a K, A, T, I, E. And then hug those knees in. Take a moment. Take a breath. Legs come back up. This time, I want you to draw your last name. If it's a super long last name or a super long first name, maybe pick somebody close to you who has a shorter name. And hands come under glutes, keeping them in line. Feet are flexed. Deep breath in. And then begin. Exhaling. Marrying the breath as you spell your last name. Once you're done, hug those knees in. Left leg comes down, hugging the right knee in. Straightening that leg, I'm going to climb the tree, bringing knee to nose, breathing. I'm lifting my upper back off of the mat, keeping that left leg straight and activated by flexing the foot. And slowly begin to walk back down. Hug that knee in. Go ahead and twist it over to the left, keeping both shoulder blades on the mat. Right arm comes out. Look over to that right arm. Take a breath. And come back to center. Hug it in one more time. And lay it down. Left knee hugs in. Straightening that leg. I'm going to climb the tree. Knee to nose. Breathing. Slowly lay back, walk it back down, hug that knee in. Twisting it over to the right. Both shoulder blades on the mat, looking over to that left arm. Breathing. And coming back on our back, hug it in one more time. And let's either turn to one side and gently come into a seat, or you can rock and roll your way up to a seat. And then we're gonna practice splits. Yay! If you have blocks, grab them. If you don't, use your little fingertips. We're gonna come into a low lunge on our right side. Back foot is flat on the mat. Hips are squared to the front, sinking into that front hip. We're not gonna spend a long time in each lunge just because I know this video is already long. I can't see how long, but I'm sure it's long. Breathing. Take a couple breaths. Coming back to runner's lunge. Staying up high, flexing that foot. Really feeling a nice stretch in the back of the leg. Take a few breaths. Coming back through to your front lunge. Hips are squared, sinking into that front hip. Take a couple breaths. One more time in runner's lunge. Coming into neutral, you can bring those blocks back to the middle. Begin to inch back with your back knee, and then push forward with that right front leg. You can even bring a block underneath you to catch you, or use both blocks to keep you upright, nice and tall, and breathe. Feet are flexed, well, the front foot is flexed. Take a couple breaths. Turning to my left side, bringing both hands to the left side. I'm going to slowly turn in that bottom half of my leg. I'm going to bring my knee in and then my toe, then my knee, then my toe, and slowly bring both knees together. Just noticing my daughter has been drawing letters inside of my block. Oy vey. Okay, left side. And they say it gets easier as they get older. Who says that? Who made that up? I don't know if that's what they say. I've heard that before, but. All right, sinking into our front left hip. Take a couple breaths. Coming back to your runner's lunge. Does anybody else watch Homeland on Showtime? The new season's back out. If you do watch it, I love that show. I think it's so good. Super realistic. Come on back to your front lunge. Low lunge. Take a couple breaths. I love Claire Danes. I think she's such a good actress. I used to watch her in My So-Called Life. Oh, that was my favorite show. Coming into neutral, you can bring those blocks back. Slowly inch back with that back leg. And we're gonna slowly start to bring that left heel forward. You can also use the block to sit on. Just make sure that you're sitting up nice and tall, straight spine, as much as you can, and breathe. Slowly turning both hands over to the right now. I'm going to bring that lower half of my back leg in. And then I'm going to lift up a little, bringing that knee in, and then my toes, and then my knees, and then my toes. That way I can gently bring both knees together without straining. Moving my blocks to the side. Coming into corpse pose. I'll make it a quick corpse pose, but like I always say, I think everybody deserves a few moments of peace each day, and that doesn't mean quiet. We have to learn that we have to find peace within chaos, which is doable, I promise. My yoga class is right on top of a basketball stadium, so all we hear is constant dribbling and yelling and screaming. I don't even hear it anymore. I've been so used to blocking it out. So that's where I want to get you guys, to that point. So let's slowly lay back, gently keeping that spine nice and healthy. Legs can come out long, or maybe butterfly pose, or whatever's comfortable. Adjusting, finding areas where your body holds more tension and letting them go. Sinking deeply into your mat. Close your eyes. I want you to start taking some slow, steady inhales and exhales. Trying to drown out any noise around you. And just be. Go ahead and wiggle your toes and your fingers. Right arm comes overhead. Left knee bends, foot to the mat. We're going to slowly begin to turn to the right. Left hand can come in front as a kickstand. You can now bend both knees, coming into fetal position. Using that right arm as a pillow, just take a moment, close your eyes, and take a deep breath in. Big, empty exhale. Empty it out. And slowly begin to come into a seat. You can sit back up on a block or pillow or towel or blanket. Lifting those hips up off the mat. Crisscrossing at the ankles, opening up those hips. Or you can do half lotus. Bringing the top of that foot to the crease of your groin area. It sounds really bad. Whatever, you know what I mean. Sitting up nice and tall. Hands can be in your lap, or you can do a mudra. So either like middle finger, bringing the thumb over the middle finger, or bringing the thumb over the ring finger. Let's close your eyes. We're going to take 2 deep breaths in, and we're going to do an Om after each breath. Big inhale. Deep breath in. Give yourself a big smile. Slowly open those eyes. You can keep your hand in a mudra if you'd like, or bring your hands to your heart. If you're new here, I know the chanting might be a little odd to you. I understand. But I want to be embracing all parts of yoga, not just the physical part. So maybe it doesn't seem like it all comes together today, but eventually I think it will. So just come with an open mind. Yoga is another, a meaning for yoga is union. The union of mind, body, and soul. And when you chant, you're calling to your mind, your body, and soul. So anyway, thank you guys so much for practicing with me today for day 12 of the Love series, or is it 11? Is it 11 or 12? I think it's 12. I hope I said 12 at the beginning and not 11. Well, I guess you'll find out soon enough. All right. See you guys tomorrow for day 13. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste. I'm a mess. Bye.